If I had literally nothing and no money, I would have to get a job and work like a part-time job, and I would grind in the evening time. And what I would do is I would try to reinvest the money back into like building up my skill sets again. I'd figure out like what those skills are valuable today. For me, like I've always been drawn to like the growth of social media. I think audience is the most valuable skill set. I think a lot of people get drawn in like a different direction and they start focusing on things like product, building websites, or like, you know, providing services like to these companies, like all these things. Like a lot of that stuff is just gonna get wiped out. What you really need is like an audience, you know, you need people following your brand, and it doesn't necessarily need to be you. With AI these days, you know, you could just kind of build a brand using some version of AI and then monetize that brand. And I think that that's like a very interesting opportunity. So I'd probably go and lock in on something like that and just accept that I need to kind of grind a job. And then at nighttime, I would just start posting. I would start posting and posting and posting every day. And I would just keep building my followers. And I wouldn't like worry as much about like, okay, I need to make money to quit my job. I would worry more about, okay, I need to build up my network and my following base and my audience. And then over time, eventually that'll convert to monetization, but not just monetization in the short term, like stabilized monetization. And then I can quit my job and go all in on it and then reinvest the money back into growing the network as fast as I possibly can. I wouldn't go and like spend on external things. I wouldn't have like a girlfriend or like, you know, splurge on stuff. I would live like extremely simple, and I would just focus on investing as much as I possibly can back into the social media network to grow it. You know, once you get up to like 1 million plus, like at that point, you probably have some stability, you know, to quit your job. You're probably making at least 10K a month at that point, maybe more. You know, you'll be in a good place to kind of scale the network from there. You know, growing on socials, like it sounds crazy. Like you're like, oh, 1 million followers. Like it's not really that hard once you know the foundational skill sets. Like everything is just a system for growing on social media. And once you figure out that system the first time, then you could just replicate that system over and over again.